If you knew that your next ride was going to be the last ride for about 6 months, do you think it would provide enough motivation for you to hit something you've been looking at for years but too terrified to try? Wait, I'll start this again. This is me about 3 weeks ago, lying in a hospital bed, again with my foot in a cast. And I know what you're thinking. No, it wasn't Dave's fault this time. It wasn't even my fault. I wasn't even riding a bike. But I'll get to why later. This is me and Dave at Green Valleys. It was a couple months ago now. I've been sitting on the footage because I only got 3 warm-up laps in, mildly cased a gap jump, and that was it. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, which ended my day and caused me to book in the surgery. In fact, the whole day was tragic. Dave only lasted about an hour longer, washed out on a berm, snapped his finger and went off the hospital. And Dave, what the hell? He's had some nasty crashes recently and he's been able to get back on the bike like a week later, washes out on a berm, snaps his finger and he's off the bike for a few months. It's like Steve Irwin playing with saltwater crocodiles his whole life, then getting taken out by a stingray. But anyway, this is where my day ends. Don't know if I really want to be doing this. No, no. Dave. So that probably didn't look like much, but the pain was insane. I had a heel spur, which is extra bone that was growing off the back of my heel and just inflaming the whole area and basically destroying my Achilles tendon. So I developed a heel spur about 20 years ago, and for about 10 years it wasn't causing me any trouble, but then for the last decade I've been dealing with pain on and off. Now there are things you can do, like non-surgical things to mitigate the problems, but it just got to a point where none of that was working and surgery was the only option. And it is a brutal surgery. They cut you open, peel off the Achilles tendon, shave down the bone, slap the tendon back on and bolt it in. So I booked in for surgery about a month after Green Valleys. It took me 2 weeks just to get back on the bike after that incident, which gave me 2 weeks more riding to do before I was off the bike for a really long time. So how long am I going to be out of action? That's obviously the first thing I asked the surgeon, and he just said, well, he knows a triathlon who got back within 3 months, but he said that's a massive outlier and the range is about 3 months to a year. Now it depends a little bit on what you mean by getting back on a bike. Well, riding. But this ain't particularly safe, is it? Although, it does look very similar to my MX boot. It digs into the pins pretty well. But I'm guessing it's going to be around 6 months before I can do anything serious. Now, like a Tarantino movie, we're back at the start. So I had 2 weeks of riding before I was booked in for surgery, and I was just ride. I was doing so much riding, I wasn't really filming because I just wanted to ride. But on my last day before surgery, I'm at Bear Creek, the wind is right, and I'm looking at Spicy, and I have been avoiding the Spicy line for years ever since the place opened because it just looked too intimidating for me. But I've been hitting Livewire, hitting the Zapper, feeling pretty confident in the air. I've got surgery tomorrow, I'm gonna be off the bike for ages, so I just thought, what the hell, let's give it a go. Yeah! So I was stoked to hit Spicy and tick it off the list, but obviously there's not going to be much riding on this channel for a while. I do have one video to come out soon, and then I've got some other things I'm planning as well. Obviously not riding the bike, but riding related, so we'll see if I'm motivated enough to get those ones out. So if you've made it this far through the video and you're a new viewer, I would love it if you subscribed. If you are a subscriber, please like and comment, it really helps out the channel. Thanks everyone for watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.